Heavy accusations leveled at the government, and it's coming from the mouths of Bahamas National Alliance Trade Union Congress execs who are decrying the Davis administration's alleged union-busting tactics. The standoff between the two stemming from salary increases, with a return to the negotiating table set for this week. LaDawn Davis has the details in this report.
President of the Bahamas Public Service Union, Kingsley Ferguson, says he was taken aback by a circulation letter he received referencing proposed salary increases and responsibility allowances for executives and line staff workers of the Public Services Union on Tuesday evening. Increases, Ferguson stated at a press conference Wednesday, that were never negotiated.
The concern today that we do have is if it was proposed, when was it discussed and agreed to on behalf of public servants. And so we are indeed very concerned that the government has decided to unilaterally implement particular things into the agreement. We are not saying that the government cannot pay monies, but being the sole bargaining agent for public servants and being the president of the Bahamas Public Services Union, we are confirming to date that we have not met with the government to sign off on any particular item in the industrial agreement.
The BPSU president added that this industrial agreement was presented in 2018 and there were some non-financial aspects that were not signed and needed to be discussed further, but that has yet to happen. However, Ferguson says the union will not be signing off on the following responsibility allowance increases.
The union's counter-proposal to the government, we had asked that the finance and accounting officers receive a responsibility allowance of $3,600. A counter-proposal was sent back to the union, dismissing and not even giving consideration thereto. But in the face of it, it was agreed that Cabinet Secretary, Financial Secretary, Permanent Secretaries, Directors, and so on will receive a $6,000 increase, inclusive also of the singular increment plus their normal increment, which amounts to some $8,000 as an annual increase, divided by 12, gives them a $666.67 monthly increase. The annual increase, it almost exceeds the salaries of persons at minimum wage. And if the government is in possession of this type of funding and refuses to bring the individuals at the lower end of the scale to a point where they can be competitive with the cost of living, we are indeed concerned.
President of the Bahamas National Alliance Trade Union Congress, Belinda Wilson, maintains while the union will not stand in the way of employers paying funds to its employees, the Congress has zero tolerance when the labor laws are not followed. The union remains hopeful an amicable agreement is settled with the government before the end of the week in order for public servants to enjoy a happy Yuletide season. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm LaDawn Davis.